Hey there, guys. What is going on? Sloppy here, and I'm not sure what I just walked in on. Came up to this little cave, and there's George and sheep. Anywho, welcome back to the channel. I'm very excited to be playing this morning, and not to brag, but I got a see-through coffee mug. Kind of a big deal. I've always wanted see-through coffee mugs. I can't explain it. Just something I've always wanted, and now I have it, and I couldn't be happier with them. You can see the milk going in, and it like swirls around. Makes me really happy every morning to see it. You know, sometimes it's the simplest things. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Minecraft and chatting and Minecraft morning chatting. Yeah, today got a pretty interesting topic, I think, and that's sort of the world of personal finance. It's something I've been reading a lot about over the pandemic and trying to get sort of sorted out a little bit more. I'm not going to go into numbers or anything. I just think it's an interesting world, and I wanted to chat with you guys about it because it's fascinating, I think. But we're also hopefully going to do some work today. I've been collecting up some wood. And yeah, I want to do a few things actually. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, now I'm trying to remember words. Maybe recording these early in the morning isn't the best idea. You know what? I really want to block off that other area so these lovebirds, I mean, what? These people, these have to stay together. Yeah, let's do that. All right, it's all lit up. All right, you guys have fun. And I'm going to go down here. Anyway, I also kind of want a little bit better of a place to live. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I'm trying not to go too fast. You know? Take it easy. Yeah. What a neat area. All right. Yeah. So, hi. How are you? Morning time, huh? Crazy. I actually was going to record Creativerse this morning. I have a pretty set schedule. I'm a big schedule person, and went to log on, and the servers are down. So here I am. I wasn't going to record this right now, so I'm a little bit out of sorts. But you know what? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. So I haven't collected my thoughts as well as, you know, I'd hope to. Anyway, I'm trying to find like a hard border here, and I mean the thing is, we've got this like river, which is kind of a hard border, but I also feel kind of like maybe this is the border here. So I kind of want to like a wall, so that we don't have to worry about mobs and stuff. I mean, we've got this river, though. I mean, I feel like we should just try and use the natural border, maybe. And then maybe dig out so people can't walk up that way. That probably makes more sense. Anywho, I'm going to do a little bit of that. I kind of just want to make this place safe. That's big on my list of priorities, to make this place really safe. And then I can not worry about safety anymore. You guys get it. You're smart. Attractive, tall, athletic. Some exciting Minecraft news. I went to just mine a little bit before I did anything else, and I think there's a dungeon down here. This is that ravine that's just below my base, and yeah, that's cobblestone. It's not my cobblestone, so you know it's pretty exciting. Pick that up. Get the achievement. It's pretty exciting, so let's go see. If that's a skeleton spawner, I'm just going to be over the moon. Over the moon. I like that saying. It is. It is a skeleton spawner. Oh my goodness. Well, this is wonderful news. Skeleton spawner's the best one. Alright, I have to get up there and light that up. I'm so curious to see what's inside. Okay. This is probably the boring part of me getting iron, but you know what? It's important. We have 19 now. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Come on. Alright. Alright, let's, okay, I think that's the floor, right? Let's see what's in here. Name tags. We can finally give George his proper name. Okay, that's good. Okay. Actually, this works. Yeah. Hello. Look at that. Okay. Well, they're gonna keep spawning. I need to get a torch in there. Okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Nope, that didn't work. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. Let's go this way and get a torch in there. Nope. They'll kill themselves. Excuse me, guys. Actually, yeah, why don't we just go clean up the victor? Boom! Wow, that was way easier than expected when they kill each other. Okay, so that was the only chest. That's good, though, you know? 2 name tags, can't complain. Yeah, we're gonna use this. We are going to use this. Let me get out of here and build, yeah, okay, let's see. Where are we? 0 and 42. Okay, that's easy to remember. 0 and 42. This could be huge. All right, we ended up over here. Really close, so that's cool. Anyway, excuse me, my throat's all yuckity duckity. Kind of want to get another cow. That's such a weird segue. I want to get another cow because we already have one, and now that we have a XP skeleton farm that we can make, we kind of want to be able to do that. George escaped. Aw, okay. Yeah, we want to be able to breed cows so that we can make, you know, make magic happen. So let's, I don't know why am I being so skimpy with the wheat? Let's go find another cow and bring him over to our cow, and we'll make little baby cows. It'll be awesome. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about personal finance. My next video, I'm going to talk about Creativerse, which I know is why a lot of people watch my channel. So if you guys are curious, that will be next episode. I want to talk about things I'd love to see added, changed, etc. Which is kind of funny to play Minecraft and then talk about things I'd love to see in Creativerse. But, you know, is what it is. Is what it is. I'm going to check the most obvious close spots first. But today I do want to talk about personal finance because it's something I've been trying to educate myself on a lot better. I sort of always knew the basics because luckily my dad's a great dude. He comes from a pretty strange family. He basically was born and raised in a town of like 300 people, and that's a polite 300. 300 asterisks, I guess. It was basically a farming community. His dad was a farmer. It was a family of farmers. My grandpa, also great dude, only went to grade 6 before school just got too far away. He had to be home to work the, you know, work the farm. So my dad, money's always been pretty important to him. Not in like a way like, oh, I need to be rich, more like I need to know how to handle money and, you know, do my finances and all that good stuff. So when we were young, this is all just a roundabout. My dad, the only thing he ever really made us do was read this book called The Wealthy Barber. which I think is a pretty Canadian-specific book, although I think he put out an American version at some point. Or maybe it was always American, I just read the Canadian. But it's essentially the story of this this guy who was a barber and basically wrote a book on how he handles his finances and how he learned it all. It's really well written. It's kind of like narrative, so you don't feel like you're reading a textbook. Boy, they really... This new terrain generation has so many holes everywhere. Yeah, where was I? So, we had to read The Wealthy Barber growing up. That was non-negotiable. Everyone reads it going through the house, me and all my siblings. I think I just mispronounced siblings. 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 Anyway, so that was sort of the basics, and then I learned a little bit more, but I decided to sort of take it a step further during this quarantine, because what the heck else do we have to do? And the thing I learned is I'm just more annoyed that our education system is so gosh darn lackluster in terms of learning about it, which is really frustrating because it's so important. You know, it's crazy that taxes and money are such an important part of your life. Like, even just having a retirement account and contributing a little bit whenever you can, or having a set amount each month. Like, it's so important, and yet it's just never talked about. And it's just wild. And, yeah, I just, you know, luckily I had a dad who made me learn that stuff, and massive credit to him, because I really appreciate it now more than ever after learning a little bit more about it. But it's just crazy that there are people who, you know, parents didn't make them do it. Why are you not interested? Ugh, come on, guy. Didn't I just see more cows? Okay, now he's interested. Anyway, so I just wanted to share with you guys some books I read. I read one recommendation from a friend that was called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by a guy named Ramit, which was pretty good. Very long-winded, but like written kind of like fun. So that was something. No, wow, come on, guy. Get in the boat with me. Get in the boat with me. How do I don't remember how to... how do I get out of boats? I do not remember. Shift, okay. That was embarrassing. But yeah, that was a good one. A little bit long-winded, very, like, basic level, but, you know, that's probably good. So, how do I forget all the... Okay, this is, I feel like I keep pressing the buttons that I would think of in Creativerse. There it is. We, you know, it'd be great if we could standardize all games, just so they all use the same buttons. That would be awesome. But anyway, that book was really good. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit something. I'll try and remember to leave the books linked if you guys are curious. It covers the sort of basics of personal finance, you know, things like why you should use credit cards, but not too much, wink wink, and you know, the basics of investing, that sort of stuff. And it's been interesting, though, because as I've been sort of expanding my knowledge on this personal finance stuff, all of this game stock nonsense, I suppose, would be a good word for it. You know, that's been happening. And, yeah, you know what, can I do this from inside of the boat? I can. It's really, really slow, but I can do it. Yeah, all of the game stock nonsense and all of this, and it's been interesting as I've been reading to sort of see this work out real time. But I also read the Boglehead, one of the best investors ever, the founder of Vanguard, if you guys know that company. He has a really good book called the Boglehead's Guide to Investing, which is a little bit more basic. It's not like investing. But anyway, I don't remember where I was going with this. One thing that's been really interesting is one of the best resources I've found has actually been Reddit. I love Reddit. I really do. I know there's some nonsense on there and some crazy stuff, but there's also just a lot of like really, really good Reddit communities that really parrots and the bats. Oh yeah, I forgot that's an accomplishment, achievement, advancement. That's the word. Yeah, it's been interesting because, you know, Reddit, there's some nonsense, there's some crazy stuff, but there's also just a lot of really helpful communities. And a lot of, like, really interesting topics that get brought up. And then there's people that, you know, you can't verify that they're experts in their field and whatever, but they just lend, like, really great advice. So that's been a lot of fun, actually. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of like a little community that... I feel like I'm sort of contributing in and trying to get answers and what am I trying to say? I've been pretty active on a few of the sort of finance subreddits, not in a way that I'm giving answers, but more asking questions and getting follow-up and stuff. So it's been really cool. But the long-winded point of this is, you know, even if you're young and watching this, just read at least one book on it because it's so, so important. And at least for me, and I think the general vibe from a lot of people I've talked to is just that they don't teach you this most places in school. And that's crazy because it's also, I will say, it's not a very complicated thing. You know, we're not talking about, you know, how to pick stocks and reading alphas and all of that sort of stuff. I mean, we're literally just talking about the most basics of personal finance. You know, hey, here's how your credit score works. Here's why it's unbelievably important to have a good credit score. You know, that sort of stuff just doesn't get discussed, and it's a shame because it really, really needs to be. And so, yeah, just friendly advice, please. Just read a book. It won't take very long. There's some short books out there, but just get the very basics because, I mean, you'll just thank yourself so much once you do. And, yeah, anyway. So, I don't know how that turned into giving advice. But, you know, as soon as I started talking about it, I was like, you know what? If you haven't read a book on personal finance and you don't know much about it, it's just do it, you know, just dive in, you know, spend 10 hours reading whatever book, just so that you're more familiar with it because it's, you know, unfortunately we've created this society where it's, it really is everything. So that's a bummer. And if you can, you know, try and find a book that's, like local. Like, if you're Canadian, try and read one of the Canadian ones, just because so many of the weird little things that they talk about just aren't available in this country and that country. You guys get it. You're smart. That was sort of what I wanted to say about that, just because it's something I've been just reading quite a lot of. And, yeah, it's funny, during this quarantine, more broadly, I've always liked reading. I've always loved reading. I always read a lot. During this quarantine, I feel like I've gotten bored with television. Like, I'm capped out at, like, 2 hours a day now. And I'm just, you know, I'm just sort of past it. I just want to, well, you know what's been happening a lot to me, at least, is my eyes get really sore. They've been getting really dry and, like, sore. Because I work on a computer screen all day. And then at the end of the night, I just don't want to stare at it for too much longer. I had to get some, I didn't have to. I got some blue light glasses that are supposed to be really good for your eyes. They block out blue light as you... No, you can't do that again already. It's good to say. Guy pounded a Gatorade, I guess. I always thought there should be bulls in this game, like a bull and a cow, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, books. Actually, yeah, well, I'm just going way off on tangents now, but I guess that's what this series is. One of the things I've been actually really enjoying, I assume this is a thing in many other places as well, but a lot of my neighbors have these little tiny, they call them little libraries. There's a website, littlelibraries.com. They have these little libraries. They're these little tiny bookshelves you put outside your house, and it's basically like a book exchange. So you can walk around and sort of look through them. They're like little display cases that'll just have like 20 books in them. And you look through them, and the idea is like you take a book, you leave a book, and you just kind of, that's your thing. And there's probably 10 of these little libraries, and I've kind of created this walking path. Because walking is one of the few things you can do these days. I've created this little walking path that I just kind of go past like 5 to 10 of these little libraries, and I can't help it every time I see one. Even though I have like a back catalog of books I want to read, I just stop and look through them. And I've found a lot of books. I always bring the books back though and put them in a different little library. I try really hard to balance out where I take and where I give, so that I'm trying to create the equilibrium, you know? But one kind of funny thing that happened, I really love this little library idea. So I've been using it a lot, but one of the things I find quite funny about it is there's quite a few of these little libraries, I just said, but the other day I was walking and I went past 3 of them, and all 3 of them had different Twilight books in them, and all 3 of them had the exact same Twilight book. Eclipse, I believe, was the name of it, but all 3 just had this Eclipse book, and I just thought that was so funny. Like, but then, you know, I remembered that it's one of the best-selling books of all time, so, you know, yay for humanity on that one. Anywho, this video's probably gotten too long now. Thank you guys for watching. We got another cow. We got an XP farm. I'm going to work on that in the next episode and talk about Creativerse, which is interesting, I think. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I know this one was a little bit more frazzled, but it was something I thought important to mention and talk about just because it's something that's been going on in my life. Anywho, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. And if you have any book recommendations, I would love to hear them. So, yeah. Ciao.